An important question for you. Are you getting enough protein in your diet? And many people will tell me, yes, I do get enough protein in my diet, without even realizing how much protein we actually do need. And when you don't get enough protein in your diet, it's going to show up. It's going to show up with different signs and symptoms for everyone. And I want to share these signs because maybe you're already experiencing some of these and you need to do something about it sooner rather than later, because the longer you don't have sufficient protein, the bigger the impact will be over time. So the first one is, do you find that it takes you longer now to recover from an injury? Maybe you've had, a fall, maybe you've had an injury, and you find that it takes longer than it ever did before. And this is because protein is needed for helping the body to heal and recover and repair itself, its tissues, its muscles. The second way it might be showing up is there is muscle loss and weakness as well. When we don't get the protein through our foods, we're going to find that the body is then breaking down the muscle to get the protein that it needs, leading to muscle wasting and to weakness in the body. The third is you find that your immunity is now being compromised. You're more susceptible to infections, to falling sick, because protein does support our immune system. Another reason is that protein is also required for strong and healthy bones. You might find now that there is not sufficient protein in the body. You're more at a higher risk of weaker bones and having fractures. We all want to look good. And in order to look good, whether it's having healthy hair, nicer complexion, to having, healthy nails as well, we need protein. When we don't have enough protein in the diet, it could lead to brittle nails. It could be leading to, a dull complexion. It could be leading to thinning or falling hair. So do make sure you are getting enough protein through your diet for that. Protein is needed for our hormones. It's needed for our neurotransmitters. We want to be in a good mood. And we do need it for our moods as well. So if you find, you're going through those ups and downs, are you getting enough protein? It might be one of the reasons you're feeling the way you are. Protein is also needed for us to have more energy, to keep us feeling focused and to have better concentration. So again, if you're finding, you have that mind fog, or you're not able to focus on a task and you keep sort of jumping from one thing to another, it's taking you longer to complete a task, it might be because you're not having that balanced diet which requires protein. Big one, which I see with many people, is when you don't get enough protein through your diet, you do not end up feeling satisfied. When you're not feeling satisfied, it leads to overeating at meals times. You're going to have big lunches and dinners. You're going to have maybe even a big breakfast. And because you're eating so much more, you find you're now gaining weight, which many people do not want to be doing. You might find because you don't get enough protein, it results in cravings. You want to constantly be snacking, and it's usually on those sweet foods. So if you have sweet cravings, is it because of a lack in protein in your diet? Now, when you don't get that protein, you'll be reaching out for cookies and for cakes and for sugary foods, whether it's your mithais, your gulab jamuns, your rasmalais, chocolate, ice cream. And when you have too much of these sugary foods, it's going to have an impact on your hormones and also have an impact on your waistline, leading you to gain weight. So as you can see, there are many things that happen when you don't get enough protein in your diet. And it's important that you begin to learn about how much protein you need, the different ways of getting protein through real foods as well. And then you begin to include the proteins in your diet. I have a special class coming up, and in this class, I'm going to be taking you step by step through everything that you will find useful on protein, from the benefits of having protein, what happens when you're not getting enough, how to calculate how much protein you need, and then how to get it from your foods, whether it's at breakfast time, lunchtime, dinner time, and snack time. And because I know one thing that many people struggle with is recipes, I have a special bonus for you. I have got a recipe book with 20 recipes. And with these recipes, you're going to be able to include enough protein through the day. Do sign up for it now. Make sure you get that special prize for it. And I look forward to having you join me in this class on proteins and how to make sure you're getting enough through the day and the best sources. Any questions, do send me a message. See you in the class. Bye-bye.